Welcome back to Zan's Weapon Depot. This week's episode is going to be a little different. No futuristic missiles or classified systems or invisible warfare. By overwhelming request from viewers, fans, and the Depot family, today we are going to honor a group of warriors who deserves to be remembered. A squadron that lost their homeland and then defended someone else's with unmatched fury. This is a salute to the legendary 303rd Squadron of the Royal Air Force. Let's get into it. In 1939, Poland was crushed between two monsters. Nazi Germany attacked from the west and the Soviet Union invaded from the east. The country fell, but the Polish spirit didn't. Their pilots escaped through Romania, France, and Britain. When they arrived in Britain, many in the Royal Air Force doubted them. There were language barriers, different tactics, and different procedures to contend with. But those doubts did not last long. In 1940, Britain stood alone, and the Luftwaffe was coming. Wave after wave of German bombers and fighters crossed the Channel, preparing for what Hitler hoped would become an invasion. This was the Battle of Britain, and the 303rd entered the fight flying in Hawker Hurricanes, and later Spitfires. And what happened next shocked everyone. The 303rd did not just perform well. They became the highest scoring fighter squadron in the Battle of Britain. Think about that. Refugees, men who had lost everything, and they came to be some of the deadliest fighter pilots in the entire Royal Air Force. They were aggressive and fearless. The Polish pilots fought with a level of urgency that only comes from understanding exactly what defeat looks like, because for them, this war was already personal. Many of the Polish pilots already had combat experience before Britain. They had seen the invasion firsthand and fought desperate air battles. That experience translated into aggressive dogfighting, fast decision-making, and ruthless efficiency in the air. The Luftwaffe learned very quickly that if you saw the checkerboard markings of the Polish squadron, you were in for a bad day. The 303rd represented something bigger than military success. They represented loyalty without borders, defiance without surrender, and a brotherhood forged in loss. These men fought for a country that had fallen and for a future they hoped might rise again someday. Courage is not just fighting when you're winning. It is about fighting when you've already lost everything and you refuse to kneel anyway. The 303rd became legends. They didn't fight for glory. They answered history when it called. Their story reminds us that skill and courage matter, but that the human spirit still matters most of all. Aircraft evolve and weapons will evolve, but the warrior spirit, it remains timeless. To the pilots of the 303rd, you lost your homeland, but you never lost your fight. And because of men like you, freedom endured. And that's all the time that we have for this week's special episode of Zan's Weapon Depot. If you enjoyed this episode, lock onto those like and subscribe buttons. And until next time, stay locked, stay loaded, and remember, some legends are written in history books. Others are written across the skies by those who refuse to surrender. Semper Fi.